WWE is taking a tour of Europe right now, and they started off in Barcelona, and we can only expect that they keep building up the anticipation for what's going to happen in Wrestlemania. Yes, storylines such as Jacob Fatu, Solo Sokoa, LA Knight, Tiffany Stratton, and even more were out there. But what we really paid attention in Barcelona's night at SmackDown, what we really understood was the pop and the glorification that European fans have. Yes, they love their people, they love the spectacular, the show, and they were more than grateful. When we got to see LA Knight come out, there was definitely a mega pop. When we got to see a surprise match at the beginning, 3 against 3, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and of course, Solo Sokoa. That can only mean that we're building tension against Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sokoa. That is pretty much what we're going to see, a tribal war. Pretty much the passing of the baton for later on to set up more things, such as Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu, such as putting that title around Jacob Fatu because he well deserves it. Now, we also got to see another running theme with Braun Strowman, with LA Knight, with that whole United States Championship thing being up for the grabs, being up for everybody to possibly understand that it is there for the taking. What is going to happen with LA Knight? How are they going to portray a rivalry for him? And where are they going to set him up for the upcoming WrestleMania? Yes, we know that maybe it could be Jimmy Fat. It could be that he is going to be in this place. He does need a spot. Jimmy Uso right there, being the twin, being the fool, being the personnel that needs to become, yes, Jacob Fatu could be facing off against Solo Sikoa or against Braun Strowman. We could have that backstabbing. Solo Sikoa just needs to continue to build himself up, continue to make himself well known across the WWE universe for everything there. Now, Charlotte Flair against Tiffany Stratton. We know Charlotte Flair is the bad person. She is the person controlling so far in what we've seen. But now we got to see Tiffy Time come and attack her, come out and make her things missed, make her presence known. And yes, it was there, subtle but deadly. Yes, we got to see that she made a botch. She might have missed. She might have not hit the target, but it was well intended, and the rivalry continues to build up. Drew McIntyre against Damian Priest. Damian Priest is gonna tell us that he's the Street King. He's gonna be able to go up for a fight, but Drew McIntyre definitely deserves everything he's done this year. Everything he's been building up with CM Punk, with Seth freaking Rollins. Now he's gonna carry the weight with Damian Priest because it's two heavyweights fighting, and I really don't believe that right now the WWE is looking at Damian Priest for him to pick up a win. Yes, he does seem like a strong person now. He does have the credible sources. He has had the recompensation of being a big likable baby face in the company, but so far we have to state that the obvious. We have to give the roses. We have to anticipate even more that they have to give something to Drew McIntyre for all the work he's done, even though he might not get a good match, he might not get a main event spot, he's not even gonna get a title shot. Yes, and if you're agreeing with this, you're probably gonna hate me even more for what I'll say at the end of this video, but let me know. Thank you for watching so far. This is Ringside Riffs. My name's Andres. Leave me a comment, just holla at your boy, and let me know what you expect for WrestleMania, what's been happening in Europe, and what's gonna happen in each single place that they're gonna go so far. Now, I've made it a point that it's gonna make controversy, and it is. John Cena, The Miz, Cody Rhodes, everything in between. It's not making sense to me. It's making sense to anybody else. Yes, we've looked for another sign, and that's when they interrupted us with more Tiffany Stratton, more Charlotte Flair, and another botch. It wasn't her intention, but it definitely gets the crowd pumping. It definitely makes us all believe. Now, Cody Rhodes hit The Miz out of nowhere with a little whatever, and Crossroads, he hit them and I thought he was a babyface. He just took over the whole show, mentioned The Rock, mentioned John Cena, and it's gonna be there. I'm just wondering who's gonna be on Cody Rhodes' side. We already know that he's facing another entity which may be stronger than him. So where are we gonna head off after this? Carmelo Hayes again putting himself, burying himself more and more. Yes, the Viper, Randy Orton, everybody was singing along. They all hear voices in their heads, but it wasn't just that. It was the fact that this NXT ex champion has been up, has gone to SmackDown, and continues to pick up loss after loss after loss against veterans instead of himself being built up. And I just feel like a 2025, 2024 have been a total loss for the number one draft pick of SmackDown. And now the draft is even getting closer. So what would we height at that? What could it be possibly coming up after that? What could we possibly even see that will be impacting SmackDown and Raw? Yes, the WrestleMania is still coming into play, but they already have more in the books, more cooking, and that's just how we're gonna continue to build up this anticipation about what we've seen so far, about exactly the moments that we continue to anticipate. Yes, it was a strong showing, it was strong Barcelona cloud, it continued to build up, and that's when we've had more rivalries such as Gunther's against Jey Uso. We continue to see that Gunther is just being portrayed as this strong person now that won't give up, that won't give Jey Uso merit or anything because he doesn't deserve it. He's gonna continue to be a strong champion, and if anything, don't get your hopes up, kids, because Jey Uso might pick up that win. Jey Uso might embarrass Gunther. He's already lost the Intercontinental Championship against an underdog story against Sami Zayn. Could he be losing that title against Jey Uso? Let's hope not. But we got into, of course, the release of the WWE 2K game. I've heard some reviews. I'm not gonna get into it pretty much, but it sucks for the sake that 2K keeps on doing the same thing. And for all of you fans, it's really good because of the new installations, the island, the chain wrestling, and everything in between. Well, let me know exactly what you think about the video game and who you're playing as, because they have pretty much a huge roster set, and that's pretty much all that excites me. Now, Paul Heyman, the Hall of Famer, was there declaring that he's not on the side of CM Punk anymore. He is on the side of Roman Reigns. So we're just gonna have to see. This is exactly the point where they're gonna cash in that favor. It was a surprise to me that nobody came out. Seth freaking Rollins, CM Punk did not come out. It was just a pivotal moment in SmackDown where we got to see Paul Heyman just address the fact that the Roman Reigns will continue to look out for revenge and continue to fight for these men. Now, it was a new change. We've seen this already on almost all SmackDowns and Raws coming up to WrestleMania. I believe that the WWE will not press on the brakes. They will not give up. They will continue to do some title changes. And here we had it. The Street Profits beating up DIY and becoming the new tag team champions just to end off SmackDown. We probably will see more of that, but so far DIY, they're gonna have great storylines. They have a little thing going on with Pretty Deadly and the Motor Machine Heads and what they got building up there. So the Street Profits, they definitely deserve it after everything they've done, after being reinvigorated, and how they seem to be much more potential damages and how they seem much more stronger. Now we get to see how they keep mentioning a revolutionary tag team division full of personnel, full of people that could be in contingency. So we're just gonna have to see how long will the Street Profits last as champions. Thank you for watching.